Yeah. Yeah, I mean one of the tropes that I've seen like trotted out, and I find it quite compelling, is that if they were, say say you don't believe that there are people who would like things like Agenda 2030 and you will own nothing and be happy
Mm-hmm.
to go forward, and you don't think that the wealthiest and most powerful people in the world are exploiting the current situation in the world in order to enrich themselves. It's like they shut down the economy except for the largest businesses. They printed a whole bunch of money to like make people at the very bottom of society poorer while
Mm-hmm.
making the richest far richer. And they're like systematically creating both a police state and attempted to strip back a whole bunch of rights to, especially in
Mm-hmm.
England and Westminster, like rights to protest, what we can say online with the online harms bill and all these things. It's like, look, if they were trying, what would they be doing differently?
Yeah.
It's yeah, blows my mind that we don't like consider it as a possibility that like rich people might sit around and go, how do we get richer?
Well, if you look at, if you peel it back to read their own documents, okay, so the WEF on their webpage, they have a toolkit for policymakers on central bank digital currency, where they have challenges, and it's not pros and cons, it's challenges and something else. But they never mention privacy in that, which would be the biggest negative. Yeah, there it is.
Here we go.
That's the biggest negative, would be privacy. They do mention that they can, the tracking. So if you look at that, and then you know that in 2015, the IMF produced a 50-page document on central bank digital currency, that China already has the digital yuan, and that was rolled out further on an app in January of this year. It came out in like October of last year. So if you see them talking about it years ago, the NGOs talking about it years ago, and then it being implemented into society right now, you have to question who is making the rules here, who is calling the shots here. And it certainly seems that they have a massive influence. The Davos crowd have a massive influence on what goes on. So these billionaires are deciding how, they're telling millionaires how the rest of us peasants should be living.
Yeah, that's real. I mean, was it Nancy Pelosi worth 171 million, 172 million, something like that? It's just like, yeah, she's for the working person.
Yeah. And it's not from her salary.
No, no, it's from her very strategic
Trading,
trades.
yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like she has some sort of insider knowledge.
Yeah.
So essentially, so right, yeah. So to draw back to where we're sort of going with this, then we've said that there's the economy, and the economy and all of our money has been inflated almost to the point of it's being valueless in a way. And that will probably continue, and it is. Like, I don't think we've seen.
There's nothing they can do. If you want to see if the markets can stand alone, pull out the liquidity. They couldn't stand. The markets will collapse, and it can't last forever. But for as long as they pump money in and continue to pump money in, it will prop up the markets. But that can't. It's short term. So they have to bring in something new very quickly. So the stock market would be in danger when liquidity is pulled.
Okay, so what is that new thing? Like, what? So yeah, this is what I've heard you speak about. So there's first there's one thing to speculate on, saying, okay, so we think that they have had their casino running for what we're saying 51 years. That's a long time, actually, when you think about it like that. But okay, so say the casino has been running and absolutely on full pelt since 2009, and they got their bailouts. And they all got a little bit mad when the Reddit crowd decided that they wanted a part of the casino. But the casino has just been going on, and as long as the money printer continues to go, then it'll be fine. But they're just prolonging. It's like it's like putting someone on life support. You know, they're just sort of pumping in artificial things to keep it going until, yeah, they die. So what do you believe is the thing that they're trying to replace the current system with?
Central bank digital currency is what has been touted. They have to replace it. There's no way back. I mean,
Why?
they
Why
refer
do you
to,
say that?
well, for me, inflation, it came out originally that there was no inflation. There wasn't going to be inflation. Then it was transitory. And you were crazy if I've had debates with people about it can't be transitory for certain things. Yes, like with used cars and, with supply, there is the issue with supply. But after that, it can't be transitory. This system has failed. They have debased it to the point that it's already lost. The pound and the dollar have already lost 99% of their value over time. Anyway, the pound has been in existence for like 300 years. So they've already lost 99% of their value. They're going after the last percentage. They have to reset the system. I read that actuarially it can't survive past 2028. The numbers just won't add up because it's trillions. Trillions.
Yeah.
That's like 12 zeros. We can't fathom what a trillion is. So they're just going for it. So there's no savings with people, and you can't afford then to maintain your house. They have seized the economy. They're cutting out. These small to medium businesses are under complete attack. So you have to ask yourself why. Because for me, it was beneficial to seize the credit markets. Stock market seems to be the only benefit of the stock market. It's a public utility to save in, and it creates monopolies. It's full of zombie companies. They're not functional. They have had us work for paper. They've got our sweat equity for paper that they can print out of nothing. They want to move into a new system. So the numbers don't add up with this system anymore. So they're moving into more a credits system where the central bank digital currency has the capability to enforce individual monetary policy. So it is another fiat currency, unless they could possibly back it to a percentage by gold. I don't think they need to. I don't think people are aware enough that they would even need to do that. I think they can just bring it in. When they bring it in, this is programmable money. It's terrifying. I think is it Carol Carson's from the BIS? It said, when you have $100 bill in your pocket, we don't know where you're spending it. But if it's central bank digital currency, we know exactly where you're spending it. It's programmable. They can dictate where in the economy you spend it. I see a move towards carbon credit system. MasterCard have come out, if you look on their website, they have a carbon credits calculator. And it says on the site that if you go over your carbon credits, they will shut you off.
What?
Yeah, that's on their site.
What?
Yeah, it will shut you off. So it's a credit system that we're moving into. Social credits for compliance. Central bank digital currency can enforce it because it's completely programmable. They can dictate that you have spent a certain portion on carbon, so you're not allowed to eat meat, that you have maybe a medical condition, because I spoke to about the Encompass program in Northern Ireland, where all your social and medical data is in one. So if they bring in the medical aspect, they can decide that you're not allowed to buy alcohol. So with these passports, I say that it's a matter of time before everybody's passport turns from green to red. It could be that you're at a bar and you have 6 drinks and they deem a 7th drink to be over the limit, so you're shut off. It could be as simple as that. It's individual. They can decide that you're not allowed to travel within a 5-mile radius, that you will have no currency within a 5-mile radius. It's unlimited. The power and control that they would have is unlimited should this come in. And for me, it's going to come in. I don't think they have another option. That's where there is the possibility within crypto, because if you take away the source of their power is money. They get to print the money at will, and everybody has to work for this paper or numbers on a screen. So there is the possibility. I would have issues with crypto it's not used as a currency, it's used as a speculative asset. And until people realize that, it's doomed to fail, and they're running out of time.
Thanks for making it all the way to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment for us in the comments below. Let me know what you thought and if you'd like to see more of this from the show. Thank you, and we'll see you again next time.